welcome back. Now, this is Breakfast Daily, and the show is sponsored by Skywater and Creamy Plus. Don't forget that. And I want to say a big thank you to Note Cosmetics as well. Now, the show is interactive, and we do want to hear from you throughout the show. We're going to go into some community-focused stories, and we'll be discussing some of the rather, harrowing challenges that people are experiencing in different parts of our country. All right, so the hashtag is Breakfast Daily, and the WhatsApp line is 0550585832. Let's hear from you, especially if the issues we're discussing are in your community where you live. Well, we're going to go to Ahafo, and there's a place called Bomaa, and there are roads. You know these roads, the Ghana roads. Yes, they also have some. It's not a simple thing. Let's take a look at what it looks like in this report, and we'll come back and get into some stories.
Bomaa is one of the oldest towns in the Tano North municipality of the Ahafo region. The community has a population of about 7,000, with majority being farmers and petty traders. The community is faced with many challenges, especially in the area of infrastructure. Apart from poor drainage in the Bomaa township, poor road network is a major concern to the residents. This is the 14.5-kilometer Dry-and-Kwanta to Bomaa road, which was under construction but has stalled for almost 2 years. Accessing communities such as Dry-and-Kwanta, Tepa, Ahafo, and Junase has become a major headache for the inhabitants of Bomaa because the roads to these communities are in a poor state. Some of the residents have been speaking to Citi News.
Bomaa ne mpatamu kwa womu dia no krere nyamyanim. Esu se minyine betru samre dia kwani nyakra. Titru ne dwunase kwan aye gina so ne tepane nkwanta kwani dia ni nyina anye kra.
Ye kwan nye. Kakra meka ne se yesre Ghana ban. Mpanyimfo mo kasa omo betie no. Omo bra ye kwan yisu no mo beboa yin because senso to say ya enye kra
nana kwa yi de ye wo problem bebie wo ye kwa yi so se mi ko bie me ka so kire wa ani ma zo ba ni nyina sei ko ya mnam na edem ya fa so free 1992 be kan ne ye nya ko tali bia wo ye kwa yi so.
A group calling itself Patriotic Youth of Bomaa have been addressing the media on the state of roads in the area.
Politicians and leaders of our country have taken Bomaa for granted for far too long. Just before every election, they send machines on our roads, pretending to be constructing the roads just to win votes. But immediately after elections, the machines vanish into thin air, and the numerous promises die naturally.
They are threatening political consequences in the 2024 elections if nothing is done about their roads.
We appeal to the government led by His Excellency Nana Adudankwa Akufo-Addo, as a matter of urgency, act to save the image of Bomaa, his own image and that of his party at large. The NPP administration must wake up and do the needful to ensure that the national cake is fairly distributed. That's true. We believe that Bomaa deserves better, and that the president should reciprocate the commitment and contribution of Bomaa to the electoral fortunes of his party, per the historical antecedents we established at the beginning of this address.
And so we ask ourselves that who is a Ghanaian? And what's the value of being a Ghanaian? We ask ourselves, is it a curse to be a Ghanaian? Or is it a curse to live in certain parts of the country? It shouldn't be so. Vrema, you saw what we were looking at. One of the oldest towns.
You know, I think that the conversation has even become too one way. Because I'm tired of talking about bad things all the time. You know, why are we in a country where we can't even celebrate one good thing? Everything is some way. And also, sometimes when people from this side of the country complain like this, I smile sometimes because I feel like I'm sure you are somewhere at the bottom of the queue, you know, because when you even drive through Accra, the capital, it's embarrassing. So I don't know what the issues are. We say it's a year of roads. Yes, we are fixing some, but I don't know how distribution is made. I don't know what we consider, you know, before fixing certain roads. But we are all Ghanaians. Sometimes this is sad. And you know, when the roads are that terrible, it affects every aspect of our lives. Everything is affected. And I don't know what we can do. I don't know how we're going to remedy the situation, especially at where we are today. Look at how much it costs to fix a road. Look at where our city is. I don't know if there's going to be any salvation from anywhere. Quite honestly, I don't know.
Well, you see, so we can decide to do things the way every country is doing things, or we can decide to look at our situation and say, you know what, we have challenges. This is the reality. Are there practical ways that we can solve our problems?
Well,
so
I think,
that,
you know,
let's be practical.
David, when you look around us, there's too much waste in the system. For a country that is struggling, when you look at how we do certain things, you ask yourself, are we truly struggling?
This is
you know, we have to cut down on waste. This is where we find ourselves. And so we can't close our eyes and still look at, okay, maybe MPs deserve this, government appointees deserve this and all that, and come back and build a nation with what? We don't have it. If people are not prepared to sacrifice, then it's quite unfortunate. I don't know how we're going to do it, because look at the debt that is there. You know, I'm not even talking about our debt as a country. I'm even talking about people we need to pay for their jobs done. Contractors, teachers, everybody is complaining.
And they've already finished working.
Do you get it? We owe all these people. So the money that we're even waiting for IMF loans and stuff like that, when it comes, what really is it going to do? Because there's so much we need to take care of immediately before we can even add on to them. So really, I don't know where we stand, and you don't want us to be in the near future declared a hippie country.
No, but we're already in that state. It's just that we haven't been declared.
Yes, so that's what I'm saying, that you want to make it official, because if your currency is the worst performing currency in the world, in the world, even Sri Lankan rupee is stronger than your money. And Ghana, look, Ghana is not suffering anything.
No, but you see,
whatever it is we make reference to, COVID. Look, COVID, we can't be using COVID any longer for excuses, you know. COVID is there. COVID affected everybody.
Zimbabwean dollar served day, and we are still at the bottom, and we are underneath Zimbabwean dollar.
Can you imagine?
Yeah.
Can you imagine? Zimbabwe can put money in Ghana must go back to go and buy bread.
Yes.
They are better.
Wheelbarrows. Yeah. Anyway, let's talk to somebody who is an expert in the area of road building. Some of the roads he's built have been in existence in excess of 15 years. The roads are still there without a single pothole. Engineer Abdullahi Bahama. Good morning.
Good morning, Chief.
How are you doing?
We thank God, we are managing.
It's good to hear from you. I'm good, and we are good. Today, Frima is celebrating her birthday today, so we are in a happy mood.
Oh, happy birthday!
Engineer, thank you.
Don't stress yourself, I beg. Don't stress yourself. Just pretend that there's nothing actually wrong in Ghana.
I'm trying.
Engineer, so we are discussing some roads in Bomaa. Bomaa in Ahafo region. I don't know how well you know that part of the country, the Ahafo area, Brong Ahafo in general, that area. And your thoughts about where we find ourselves as far as the should I say, the capital vis-a-vis the regional capitals, and then now looking at places like Bomaa. When are we going to get there before we start fixing their roads too?
Yeah, well, I'll say a good morning to your cherished viewers. I have some few outline challenges. I know that area a bit because my technician hails from that area.
Okay.
So few times visited these areas from Accra. And in fact, let me just take to the video specific.
Okay.
There are challenges. First of all, even pedestrian walking in the night may fall in gullies and break their legs, because it's like some of it's not, these are not reason, they call them gullies because they are more than a meter. So they traverse across the road at angles, diagonal, they are straight in the middle, they are running parallel to the road, they are actually crossing the road. So even the motor riders in the night, if your light is not that good, you may just end up involving yourself in an accident. Number two, I realize that because they are not lining the road, that means they are not defined the road with the concrete drains. Some of the houses are even exposed at the verge of collapse. Yes, exactly what I was just watching on your set now. The buildings have been eroded. There you can see the foundation of the building, and the foundation of the building is what is carrying the load of the building. So now if the foundations are exposed, nothing will not go and fix these individual homes when they collapse.
No.
Look at the distance from Accra. Look at the distance from the capital of the Ahafo. And then if even the road, which is a national requirement, has not been dealt with, how much more an individual or 2-3 houses that will collapse because of the exposure and then the fact that they are eroding. I'm just looking at the site, and it's nothing to write home about. Now let me put this on record. The assemblies, some time back, in fact, if you look at the Sound Assembly where I am, there used to be a grader, which was for the assembly. Now, what that means is that sometimes the people don't necessarily need you to come and do gravel for them. All they want is that you do a periodic shaping of their road. Just bring the grader, get about 5 more or 10 more trips, just be able to shape the road and compact for them. They are well to go. But I have seen that the assemblies now don't have the graders.
The graders,
And see, when you have a grader that belongs to the assembly, let's say 800,000 Ghana Cedi machine, before a year, that machine would have serviced its loan, the cost of purchase. Why? Because the one that I saw in Nsawam in 2006, in fact, one of a contractor called me to do the lorry station, to come and supervise the Nsawam lorry station for him. And I did that for the assembly free because I told them that once I'm also in the area, they also have the benefit from me. But we hired the assembly grader at a fee. We hired the machine, we paid for it, so the assembly can turn itself around when they want to do some of this work. So just imagine that the assembly, or maybe 2 assemblies have been given 1 grader. All it takes is that the assembly will raise some small money, get 1 drum of fuel, and a drum of fuel can do more than 2 kilometers of reaching.
I see.
So if the assemblies have a grader sitting at the assembly, first and foremost, corporate individuals or business will come and hire the machine, or contractors will hire the machine and use when they are doing any contractor job within the area, like what I did. Secondly, the assembly only needs the fuel at a time. Let's say every 3 months, assembly needs about 3 drums of fuel to go and reshape on the roads for them, especially in the farming community. We have to look at that and bring it back, because some of the machines I've seen there, they are redundant. When you go and find out why the machines are redundant, it's because a part is full. And the grader is sitting on the compound, and the grass or the outgrown the height of the grader.
The height of the grader,
I have physical evidence to some of them. And it's because it belongs to the assembly. When you go in there, a part which is about maybe 20,000 or 18,000, that can be, once that is fixed, if you did that, just hire that machine for like 10 days, and they're going to clear the debt. But how would you allow a machine worth more than $180,000 to $200,000 to sit down when a part less than $2,000 is the one that they are supposed to fix? Then it comes to the responsibility of the government again, the local assembly. So let's start to drive home that one. When the government has some of these machines, at least let's say 20 assemblies have about even 5 machines.
Yeah.
They can make the communities more trouble.
Yeah.
At least awaiting big money from government for the major routes to be constructed.
Yes.
That is very important.
Yeah.
Now, the World Bank is talking about inflation of our food costs at 132%. These areas have fertile lands.
Yes.
If you go to that area, it's a maize area.
Okay.
And maize and plantain and banana. This area I'm talking about, and cassava.
Yeah.
They do so well. Now, if those foodstuffs are in the hinterland, they are in the farm, and they can't even get access to their own town, their own community, how much more would they get to Accra?
Yeah.
Why would the inflation be higher?
Yeah. So it looks as if somehow we are not willing to be practical people. We just want everything to be highfalutin. We want everything to be grandiose. And it's like we're waiting for the big one. But the simple, practical things that we can do to make things just work and functional so that we live better lives, we are not willing to do those things.
Let me give you these 2 more. I have continuously said that we are doing needless asphalt overlays in the capital.
Yeah.
I have continuously said that because some of the overlays, because the ground is not so stable or very firm, it reflects the deterioration onto the asphalt.
Okay.
And some areas do not need any asphalt overlay for the next 5 or 10 years. Yet they are the areas that we are frantically putting asphalt overlay where the vehicles within that community are dominated by SUVs and 4x4s.
Yeah.
These are practical. We see this every time.
Yeah.
If you go to my area, for instance, at West Legon, all the way from the Gimpa, all the way, we are doing needless asphalt overlays in my area. And it's not needed. It's not negotiable. These areas need just 1/10 of the asphalt overlay to just build their road.
Wow.
And they are giving us the money. They are giving us the food stuff in Accra. What is an asphalt overlay in Atimota Forest?
Yes.
To Gimpa.
Yeah.
To the West Legon police station.
Yeah.
What is that one for?
Yeah.
Then I've heard that government doesn't have so much money. I have stated on your platform, and in fact almost all the media houses, that the decision to actually cancel a legitimate levy would come and hunt us. But I'm hearing from the greenband that the 2023 budget will see the toll booth coming back. We need it to be in. In fact, like Fema was saying, we have the worst performing currency in the world. Sadly, our toll, our levy, is the least in the world.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
I've spoken on this on authority.
Okay.
Cote d'Ivoire, Burkina Faso, Nigeria, their basic, the average is 5 cities equivalent.
I see.
South
Per vehicle?
Per vehicle.
Okay.
The minimum.
Okay.
You will travel from South Africa, like when we are from Bloemfontein to Pretoria, that's about from Accra to Sinyane, and you would have paid equivalent of 94 cities before getting to Sinyane.
I see.
We would have paid only about 4 or 5 cities.
Yeah.
And I've stated that. If you want, after they cancelled the toll, the Citi TV had interviews on the roads. About 80% of the drivers who spoke said that they were even surprised that government didn't even increase it.
Yeah.
About 20% said, oh, still maintain it, but don't increase. The people who are paying are saying, increase it. We are making more than $87 million plus. I don't have the figures here. I've gotten the figure before coming on air. So that money has to be brought back.
Yeah.
And those roads will be maintained, at least, if not for anything. The toll that we are supposed to pay, if I'm supposed to pay 3 cities in Accra with a 4x4, I would pay that.
Yeah.
So that people would also have, because when I pay, I'll get the food stuff to Accra indirectly.
Yeah.
Okay. They are interlinked in that regard.
Yeah. Okay, engineer, we don't have too much time. I just quickly wanted to find out from you, how much does a kilometer of road cost if you're going to do an entire building from scratch to final asphalting? Roughly.
Okay. We've not been specific, but let me say, if you are doing a 2 carriageway, like 2 in, 2 out.
Yes.
The last time I did my calculation was about $3.8 million.
Okay. Just to give us a sense of what we're talking about when road construction comes in. Thank you very much, engineer. We'll definitely get back in touch with you on another time.
Happy birthday once again.
Thank you very much, engineer. Thank you. Thank you. Today I'm taking it easy. I don't want anybody to stress
I know,
me.
right?
Ghana won't kill me. No. Bad roads will not kill me.
Thank you very much, engineer. So you see what I was talking about, the fact that we are not practical people.
Of course.
Look at what he's saying.
No, but David, we are not practical people.
It's a very simple thing. You don't need to asphalt all the roads in the country. Let's demarcate our roads. Let's make sure that every assembly, and even what he was saying, 2 or 3 assemblies can share a grader.
Exactly.
And then every day you are going out on your roads, checking where the roads are not good, where they are bumpy, where they are gullies. Let's smoothen them out. Let's make the roads motorable and easily motorable.
You get now. It is sad that we've accepted that. Oh, Ghana, we have a poor maintenance culture, and everybody says it.
Yeah.
And it looks like it's a crown. We are all wearing it. Why do we have a poor maintenance culture? So we spend millions of cedis, fix a road. Yeah. We see a pothole. Yeah. Everybody sits down.
And the pothole
we see a pothole. Then it opens up. Now we have gullies. Now, if you live in Bomaa, it is not indiscipline on the road that will kill you. No. It is the road that will kill you. Yeah. So you are trying to be a very disciplined driver. You're trying to be a very good road user. But the road is that terrible. Look, if you don't know this road properly, if the road is like this, I doubt if there are even lights there. There's nothing. Do you get it? Lights. So if I'm being too luxurious, huh? So if you are driving an area like this, you can easily die. Why?
Yeah, you know what he said about the asphalt overlays. You go to Westlands, you go to Laboni, you go to Canton,
East Legon.
You go to East Legon. You are laying asphalt on an already properly asphalted road that has no potholes.
Sometimes
you are laying fresh asphalt.
David, sometimes
Who is thinking about these things?
I ask myself that, so these people, are the residents contributing money to buy their own asphalt, or it is Ghana money?
Ghana
money. No, do you know where I'm coming from?
Yeah, I know where you're coming from.
Are they buying the asphalt themselves, or it is our money?
Well,
because why are some Ghanaians being more Ghanaian than the others? Like we are spectators, we came to watch some people and clap for them. Continue.
Anyway, well, we have some other conversations coming up. Don't go anywhere.